Welcome to this bonus video. In this section, I'm going to cover Terraform version 13. It is now in general availability. In Terraform version 13, modules block support count and for each expressions. As compared to previous version of Terraform that didn't support count and for each expression. So if suppose you are using modules and you have to deploy multiple set of resources using modules, then you have to declare modules block for each set of resources. But now Terraform version 13 have made life easy and you can use count and for each expression in module blocks to deploy multiple set of resources using modules. So suppose you want to deploy two VNets using Terraform registry module, then it can be done by using a count expression inside the module VNet. Sourcing the module using Terraform registry path and count set to 2 as you want to deploy two set of VNets. Rest you can define the arguments of other variables required for module using a list of arguments and use the count index for referring those values for input variables. So here if I set count as 2, it will deploy two set of VNets using the same source of module. In Terraform version 13, it also supports module dependencies and you can define explicit dependencies using depends on expression. So if you define an input variable value using interpolation, for example like resource group name, Azure RM resource group ferg dot name, then you have to define explicit dependencies using depends on and inside square bracket resource ID of the depending resources. So in our case it will be Azure RM resource group dot ferg. So here I'm defining an input variable resource group name where the name of the resource group is interpolated from the resource group block. Now I'm passing this interpolated value, but I have to define depends on by using the depends on expression and defining the resource ID of the depending resource. Let me redeploy our lab using Terraform version 13. First, I will run the code without any changes in the code to find out any error, and then I will fix the error and deploy the code. Hi, here I am in vscode and I am using lab 6.4 to demonstrate the use of Terraform version 13. I will run and plan using Terraform version 12 first, and I will show you it runs okay, and then I will update the Terraform to latest version and run the plan again. And it will give us some error, so I will fix it by adding explicit dependencies in module block. Before it worked by using implicit dependency, but in newer version it didn't, so using explicit dependency can fix the problem. So let's start. So here I'm running Terraform version to confirm what version I'm running. So currently I'm using Terraform version 12.29. So let me initialize and run the plan. And now I will run the Terraform plan. So here Terraform plan runs okay and it accepts the modules dependencies using implicit dependencies. So here like this, I'm defining the resource group by using interpolated value of this resource group, and it works fine by interpolation and using implicit dependency. Now let me upgrade my Terraform and then I'll show you how it fails. So this is my current Terraform version. I will move it to different location and replace it with the newer version of Terraform. So this is Terraform version 13.3. So you can download the latest version of Terraform from Terraform website And if you want to use previous versions, so you can go here, download old version of Terraform. So here you can download the old version of Terraform, and there is a change log, so you can use this link to find out what changes are made. So here you can go through this document to find out more details, what changes have been made in newer version. So it tells you count and for each expression depends on, and all other changes which are made or introduced in Terraform version 13. So let's go back to our lab. So here now I've updated Terraform. So now I run Terraform version command to confirm the version. So here I'm using Terraform version 13.3, and now I'm going to reinitialize. And if I run Terraform plan, so this time Terraform is complaining. It is saying to import the resource group using as a data source, as it doesn't find the resource group. So now it is happening because the module trying to deploy VNet before the resource group. So Terraform is unable to find the dependencies. So now we have to introduce explicit dependency in the modules block. So this is backend VNet. So let's go into backend VNet. So this is backend VNet, and now I will introduce depends on, and depending on this resource group. In the same way for front end resource group. So that's my front end VNet, and this is VRG. I'll save it and now rerun the plan. This time Terraform is happy with the changes, and it has accepted the changes, and it has found the dependencies among the resources. So in this way we can change our code to work with the newer version of Terraform. And these changes are like one way, because if you downgrade your Terraform and rerun it, then the old version of Terraform does not support depends on in module. So this is kind of one way change, so you have to plan and apply the changes if you are going to use Terraform version 13. So gradually you can introduce these changes and apply the changes in your configuration. So in this lab we learned the new features introduced in Terraform version 13 and how we can change our code to work with newer version of Terraform. For more information, I have created a complete course on Udemy covering the following topics in demand: learn Terraform on Microsoft Azure Cloud, comprehensive course on Terraform, Azure DevOps, secret management in both Azure DevOps and in Terraform, release pipelines and CI/CD pipelines, all in one course. Please subscribe to my channel, and for course information, link is given in the description. Thanks for watching.